Mineola Middle School. I'm Tyler Holland, the Student Council President. Where's the other anchor?
Hello, my name is Savannah Brewer and I'm your guest anchor for today's Student Council 360.
Nobody told me about this. I guess we'll improvise.
Aren't you the president? Shouldn't you know everything? Anyway, today we'll be sharing updates from our third and final Pride Assembly, spring sports and our spring concerts and art shows.
Well, it's actually perfect timing you're here, because this is the final edition of Student Council 360 for the school year.
What? Really? Well, we better get started. Let's check in with Leah for an update on our recent Pride Assembly.
I can't believe that this is our final Pride Assembly of the school year. I always look forward to the next Pride Assembly, and I can't believe that this is my last one. This Pride Assembly's theme was respect, and we learned all about the importance of respect and ways to convey respect to ourselves and others. We introduced the 5 topics of respect: respectful gratitude, respectful inclusion, respectful actions, respectful remarks, and respectful celebrations. When all of us choose to convey respect in these 5 ways, we make sure that MMS is an even better place where everyone feels appreciated and important. As always, we had our Scoop Me Scoop segment, Mindful Maven segment, and a raffle drawing featuring our PS Peer cards, and ended with carpool karaoke, and much more information about school. Thank you to the MMS community for another great year of Pride Assemblies. Special shout out to the staff and all the teachers who participate in our Pride Committee to bring all this to life. Tyler and Savannah, back to you in the studio.
Wow, I just realized this is my last Pride Assembly in my middle school career. I feel so old.
Same here, same here.
Okay, we gotta get back to the updates.
Oh right, new on the job, you know. Sam, over to you with an update on spring sports.
As the weather changes, so do sports. This was the last cycle of sports for the year, and it was a really good one. Spring sports for 7th graders include baseball, softball, and boys and girls lacrosse. Let's hear for some student athletes. Say what your name is and what sport you play.
My name is Luke Reese, and I play 7th grade lacrosse.
Matthew Maranta, and I played on the baseball team.
Ellie Cardone, and I play on the softball team.
Luke, did you set goals for the lacrosse season, and did you achieve them?
Yes, a goal I set was just to become generally better at lacrosse, and yes, I think I did achieve that goal.
Matthew, did you incorporate the 5 Gs after loss?
Yes. After we lost, I would always see what I did wrong, and I would try to grow from it.
Did your performance at practice impact your playing during games?
I think it helps us during games because you take infield a lot during practice, and it definitely helps us prepare for when the ball is actually in.
Yeah. Thank you so much for our volunteers. Congratulations to all spring student athletes on a great season. Attention all current 6th graders. Next school year, you'll be eligible to try out for a sports team to represent Mineola Middle School on and off the field. Be sure to read the flyers throughout the building and listen to the morning announcements so you're ready to participate.
Sure looks like those 7th graders are having a lot of fun.
Sure does. But do you know what else was fun?
What?
NISMA and our spring concerts and art shows.
Oh yeah, those were a lot of fun. Let's send it over to Colin and Chloe for an update.
This spring, the music and fine art departments experienced a lot of success, from the incredible band, orchestra, and choir performances to the beautiful. All 5th, 6th, and 7th graders displayed some amazing talent.
Let's check out some photos from these events. Sixth and 7th grade band and orchestra also participated in NISMA Majors. This is a competition where the groups go play their pieces in front of judges in order to receive a grade.
We are #Mineola proud to share that both 6th and 7th grade band earned a gold ranking. 7th grade orchestra also earned a gold ranking, and 6th grade orchestra earned silver.
Congratulations to all our musicians on this achievement, and thank you to our teachers in our music and fine arts departments who help our artists and musicians learn to grow and learn each day.
Back to you in the studio.
You know what else was a blast? Field day. Enjoy the pictures. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Student Council 360. It's been a pleasure. I had a blast here in the studio. Savannah Brewer signing off.
And thanks to Peter for joining us behind the scenes to film this edition.
Have a great day, MMS.
Bye.